This is Faizi from the entity support team of ISIC in Australia, and today I will be talking about performance reviews. Performance reviews are basically conducted to assess whether or not your membership has the capacity to be able to achieve goals in the coming months. They are done in a individual space between a team leader and a team member where the performance of a team member is discussed for the month. Once that is discussed, the team leader then sets a new personal development plan with the team member according to his or her performance for the month that has passed by, and set clear action steps to follow that helps the member achieve goals in the next month. Talent management team hosts a team meeting with all the team leaders to ensure that the members have been tracked correctly, and also to present the final performance results to all team leaders based on a compiled report. For a monthly performance review, team leaders and TM, they both play their individual roles. The team leaders set PDPs with members for the next month based on the result of the performance review, and it is important for them to set out clear action steps that can boost performance and competence development to be able to achieve the goals that they are setting out for themselves. Whereas for TM, they are to set a time frame for PDP to be done and track its implementation in all departments. The data that is gathered from performance review can be used to plan for succession and IXP, and also to assess any potential education gap that could be bridged in terms of competence within the membership. Within a team meeting that is hosted by TM on a monthly basis, it exists for the purpose of assessing and going through the report that is compiled by the TLs. That report includes an output for each department that is presented in the meeting. The report includes an overview of performances within the membership. Based on that report, ideas are further brainstormed to increase individual performance on the next month. Once all the members' performances have been reviewed, calibrated, and compiled over the LC dashboard, this is when the membership is mapped out according to the achievement of their functional goals. The LC dashboard measures every member's engagement and satisfaction level towards the LC, and an overview of their core and functional competence and their ability to perform or hit their goals. This is where every single member is represented from each portfolio and gives an overview of where every single member falls within their performance levels, the performance categories, and their engagement categories. Performance appraisals are conducted for all those who achieve or overachieve their goals. This includes positive feedback and recognition for the performance that is shown within the month. All feedback or performance review or appraisal takes place within the individual workspace. That includes the goals that they had set out for themselves before the month started, and at the end of that month, the actuals are measured against the goals that were set out, and based on that, a debrief is conducted to see how well the members have been able to achieve them. For instance, if this member in particular had set out a goal for him or herself that they wanted to get 10 applicants in the month of February, but in reality they only managed to get 7 applicants, which means that for one of their goals, they were only able to hit or achieve 70% of them. And based on this, because they had underachieved their goals, they are likely to get a review accordingly. Had this been a larger number, So if the goals were 10 and they had actually gotten 12 applicants, this would mean that the member has overachieved, hence deserves performance appraisal through a positive feedback. Once that is done, the performance review compilation is connected with the R&R campaign that can run and recognize high-performing members in LCMs and functional meetings in the future. After calibration, all members under probation are to be notified about the probation period, and they are given a task to be fulfilled within the time frame with clear activities and KPIs set by the LCVP responsible. Within that time frame, their tasks are tracked, and at the end of that time frame, it is decided whether or not the member has been able to achieve or hit their minimums. If there has been any positive result or increase in their performances, then that is to be taken into consideration. However, if the member fails to achieve on a consistent level, that is something that can be grounds for further dismissal. In terms of the percent of members achieving their goals, it is important to understand how exactly they can be calculated within a particular team or a portfolio. Percent of members hitting their goals is different from members' productivity percentage. For instance, let's say that this is a team of 2 people, Chua and John. According to this, for the month of February, Chua had set a goal for himself that he would aim for 12 consultancy chats, 5 applicants, 1 accept, and 1 approve. And in reality, he was able to get 15 consultancy chats. He was able to get 6 applicants, 2 accepts, and 1 approves, which means that he was able to hit 126.32% of his goals that he had set out for himself in the month of February. Whereas for John, even though he had the same goal set out for himself, in reality, for the month of February, he was only able to achieve 47% of his goals. However, this does not necessarily mean that the entire team is performing to its optimal capacity. This simply means that 1 out of a 2 people team is hitting 100% of their goals. So if this is a team of 2 people and only 1 person out of those 2 people is hitting 100% of their goals, that means that only 50% of the members within a team or this team are hitting 100% of their goals. It is important to understand and calculate based on this and transfer it to the LC dashboard so that you have a clear understanding of the number of members within the LC who are hitting 100% of their goals. And based on that, you can further do your performance reviews.